California wildfire victims had personal data compromised by FEMA. Millions of disaster victims, including thousands of those hit by California wildfires, had personally identifiable information compromised when they applied for housing relief with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, authorities said Friday. The Federal Office of Inspector General said the information was included in applications hurricane and wildfire victims submitted to FEMA's Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program for housing assistance and was passed on to vendors without some of it being removed. The information included applicants' full names, last 4 digits of their social security numbers, home addresses, and bank account and routing numbers. Some of it was needed, but in the new version of the program, FEMA has to send over only 13 pieces of data from an application to verify someone's eligibility. Instead, the vendor did. Had the company told FEMA it was sending over more information than necessary, the memo said, FEMA. The compromised information included data belonging to victims of the 2017 California wildfires in Wine Country and Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. In a response to a draft of the Inspector General's memo given to FEMA before its public release, the agency said it stopped sending unnecessary information to the vendor December 7, after it learned about the practice from auditors. But neither FEMA nor the Inspector General's office can say whether the vendor's database of victims' information was ever breached by an outside party because the company's logs only go back 30 days, the memo said. Logs showed no. Auditors also found 11 security vulnerabilities in how the vendor stores information, the memo said. FEMA replied, given. Visit the Los Angeles Times at
Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.